Hello everyone, my name is Nicoya, and this is Stanley Parable, and this is probably going to be the last episode because we're running out of endings to Adventure 2, and so, one second. I think there's a way to...
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay, that was a thing. So this, I think there's a way of actually, like, getting up onto here some... There you go. And somehow you're supposed to, like, get over here. Except apparently I can't. Hang on, can I crouch? Oh yes, I can. Ah, hello.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Are you sick of this gag? Yes or no? Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Well,
There once was a man named Stanley,
that's a thing.
who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Well, there you go. So, I think eventually this ending ends. Possibly. Eventually. I probably should have double checked that. In fact, I might check that now. Stanley Parable window ending. How to get the out of the window? I know how to get the out of the window. I think I already got it. Let me see. No, not that ending. Not that ending. No, not that ending. Nope, not that one. Okay. Well, the song's not playing anymore, so... Most of these endings had an actual ending. I'm not sure about this one. Huh. Because the wiki doesn't actually say if there's like an ending. It just says select either yes or no. If you select yes, the narrator will sing a song for Stanley. If you select no, the narrator will tell you about the possibilities of you having selected yes. Which is cool. Huh. Alright, well, I'll try this again. There may have been more after that, but it sure didn't look like it. So, well, just go ahead and... That's a lot of paper on the ground. Good heavens.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, if it's this memo on the floor, I don't think I'm missing it. Ooh, what's that one? Can't even see it. Let's see. An examination of the impact of work and art of the work and art of Lula Chamberlain. What's this one? 5th Annual Subcommittee Meeting of Internal Revenue Analysts for Committees of the Royal Revenue Discussions Club. No girls. Oh boy. Well, anyways. So, I hope that restarting the game didn't ruin my progress, because there are...
Open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Thank you. Because if
This
you...
was not the correct way to the
Oh,
meeting
hush.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yay! And we're not doing the
And so
confusing
he
ending.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yep. I just want to see what he
Yet
said there.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
That's interesting. I thought there was like a second bit of dialogue there, but apparently not. Also, I almost got stuck in that door. That's awesome.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Upstairs
boss's office.
to the boss's office. Good. So, yeah, let me see here.
Stepping in.
Wait, I think I broke it. Damn it. I may have broke this. I was supposed to be able to get in the elevator, I think. But... Or do I just go back this way? Hang on. Thought I could get in the elevator. Well, that was interesting. Huh. Projector's off. I might have broken this. Might have broken this. I think I broke it. Oops. Yeah. Show. That didn't work too well. Let's try that again. No papers this time. Also no narration. Curious?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Thank you. Okay, there is narration. That's good. Didn't completely break it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. I can't go in here. Ooh. Hang on then. I don't know why it is, but I always look up when I'm in elevators. Couldn't tell you why. Let me just make sure I'm going the right way. Nope, not that ending. That's not actually text. What? Really? Okay, why is that? Ah! Oh yeah, you can actually hear the narrator singing along. Well, that elevator doesn't work very well. Ooh, hello. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Extreme Bathrooms, Time magazine, with a clock on the cover. That's appropriate. Okay, yeah, so this is, oh, come on, guys. You couldn't put in a proper mirror. How hard would it have been, really? There's supposed to be, like, a different ending here. Hang on, let me just check here. Excuse me. I was pretty sure that if I go in here...
Stepping in.
Yeah, okay. So go in here, I go down here. So this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I think something didn't work when I tried this the first time. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. I don't know why it wasn't working before. Aha! And here we go. That's the ending I was looking for. You are now leaving. Escape pod bay, floor 760. Good to me. That's a few floors up. It's a shame I can't call the elevator. Three more floors. Man, this is dark up here. Someone could like trip and fall. Those are the same numbers over and over. And in fact, that's the window I jumped out of. That's interesting. Yeah, 432. $432. And the next floor, yep, 760. And it is super dark up here. Ooh. Fancy. Escape pod launch bay. Warning, entering the escape pod will initiate a relay that once triggered cannot be disabled or paused. Both the narrator and the player must be present in order for the escape pod play out as intended. Not something something. Proceed. Well, sorry, narrator. Hello? Seem to be going somewhere. I'm sort of backing away so I can actually see where I'm going. Yep. Guess that didn't work. Ah, cracking my knuckles.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so that's that ending down. I did sort of cheat, and I mean, obviously I'm looking at the wiki. And for that I apologize. I'm a bad person.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure did. But yeah, I want to wrap up the series, which, by the way, I think I mentioned this is going to be
Yet there
the...
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
It's going to be the...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
last episode of the game. I do like that panda. What does that one say? I can't even quite see it. Ah, well.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
It is quite calming, isn't it?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yay! Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I did that at least once.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
So here's something curious about the game. This door on this side is never used. It's just the door directly across from the elevator button thing.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yay!
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
That's not gonna happen.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Sounds good to me.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Sounds good to me.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
That didn't feel too instant to me. Just saying. Throw that out there.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. The core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. There's our office. We walk out to the hall. We jump out the window, come around the corner, walk by this stuff. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor had to be moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in good time. Yep, wouldn't want to get there too early or too late. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension to it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Yep, those are filing cabinets. Yay, it plays solitaire. It's got to be Windows. And what does that say on the... Can I see? Almost can't see what that says in the... I'm looking at the corner of the screen here. See what it says on that icon, but can't quite make it out. Probably Program Manager, I'm thinking. I mean, it is like Windows 3.1. Ooh, Employee Database. What does this say? Something... Employee... Something... Yeah, a little too blurry for my eyes. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Neat. The office. Cool. Credits, you can read those on your own time. Everyone's awesome. Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Yes, lovely. The mind control facility. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. I'm not sure where those are coming from. It's kind of hard to hear them. Anyways. Office clock. I like that it actually kicks in like vaguely real time. It's not actually like wall clock time or anything, but freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Neat. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Freedom ending. This is freedom ending as it existed in beta. Monitor room elevator. Interesting. Countdown room, early version of the countdown room. Sorry, the textures are a bit blurry. Shit happens. Game design mockup, etc., etc. More stuff. There's a lot of stuff here. Holy crap. Stanley's office. Neat. And how do I actually end this ending? That would be nice to know. Yay! The office. So it looks like a very empty room. Narrator emails. Huh. Are you gay? Really? Look at this sent from my iPad. Apartment timer. In previous version, the choice leading to the apartment ending, the timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking a phone would lead you to a different ending. There's apparently another ending in the apartment where you can, like, do other stuff. But, yeah. Hang on here. I think if I... Wait, this is another new room? Holy crap. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Huh. Neat. So... I don't really feel like watching a trailer. Escape menu. That's awesome. Hey, it came back on. Nope. Alright, so... Exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Well, that was a hell of an ending. And with that, eventually, this ending is ending, right? Let's just do that real quick. And finally, the ending.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
And there you have it, the final ending, which I will show you for the Stanley Parable. So I hope you've enjoyed this series. I'd like to remind you to like, comment, fave, and subscribe. And I'll be coming at you with another game soon. I actually have a whole pile of new computer gubbins, which is, according to the tracking status, going to come in about 4 days. I got myself like a Radeon 290X and a i7 4770 or something, and all kinds of crap like that. So I'm going to be like forklifting my computer, shoveling all those new gubbins in there, and getting an awesome new system. So, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.